Okay, with flatfish we're going to take a fillet off the dark side and then a fillet off the white side as well. Now where this faint line runs along the middle of the fish, you've got a bone that starts to come up to a point, so we're going to cut this side off first and then work across the other side. So what we want to do to begin with is carry this cut where they've gutted the fish, so carry that round the back of the head, and then taking the tip of the knife in, we want to keep just to the right of that line, bring the tip in, let the knife flatten out if it's catching on the bone, let the knife come in, and then we can open the knife out and that starts to take the fillet off. And then continue that again, so slide the knife in and we then go down to the tail. What we can then do is use the tip just to run just back across, and then we know we're snug up to that middle bone, and then taking the knife through and releasing the tail of the fish off. We now want to use the tip again and go over the top of that pointed bone and cut all the way along up to the back of the head. And then we can bring the knife in and scoot round, and we want to just release just a little bit of the fillet off just behind the head here. We then want to turn the fish round, place the knife underneath the fillet and just take long strokes to take the fillet off away from the fish, and that's your first fillet taken off, and we can just use the knife just to scrape away the roe out of the fillet. Now to take the white side off, what we need to do is just start off with a cut. So we're going just through this thin bit of skin here, and then the blade of the knife's coming in again. Again, we're just keeping to the right hand side of that line, and then we want to bring the tip of the knife out the side of the fish and come up to the head. And then same again, so the whole blade goes in, we're just coming out the side, follow that along until we've got that whole fillet come off. You can then use the tip of the knife, just stroke that along, get snug against that middle bone, and then come through and cut the tail away. So back to the tip, angle that down slightly, and want to come over the top of that bone in the middle of the fillet. And then what we're going to do now is continue the cut around the back of the head, and want to just scoop the knife around, again just getting a centimetre or so of the fillet to come away from the bottom behind the head. Turn the fish round, and then we're just going to do 2 or 3 long strokes to take your fillet away. If you do get any of the bones that break away from the fish, all you need to do is just bring your knife underneath, and then you can just cut them out. And then that again gives you your white fillet and then your dark fillet as well.